Hi, my name is Nick Tann and welcome to my Fresh Music Fix. Artists from around the world send me their music. I pick the songs I like the best and put them together in a podcast to share with you. In this, episode 45, I bring you Dan O'Farrell, Erin Hughes, Eugene McGuinness, but we're going to start off with Mad Haven, Wasted on You, and you are going to love it.
I wanna live like a megastar. I wanna live like a life on Mars. But I know how to get there. Just the weight of the world that keeps pushing down. I wanna be on the mega screens. I wanna live like I'm on TV. As I know I can get there. Just the weight of it all that keeps slowing down. And I told you to wait. I couldn't let it go on. I couldn't think of all the things you do. Whoa, don't tell me I'm a misfit. I don't wanna play tracks. You broke my heart in two. I can't tell, but I'm not gonna waste it all on you. You call me on your phone, tell me what I know. Hiding all the things that you do. Whoa, I can't tell, but I'm not gonna waste it all on you. Can't you see what a mess you made? What we had won't be rearranged. It took us so long to get here. With the state of it all, you just let me down. And I told you to wait. I couldn't let it go on. I couldn't think of all the things you do. Whoa, don't tell me I'm a misfit. I don't wanna play tracks. You broke my heart in two. I can't tell, but I'm not gonna waste it all on you. You call me on your phone, tell me what I know. Hiding all the things that you do. Whoa, I can't tell, but I'm not gonna waste it all on you. How did you struggle? Are you in this game? I know time will take us there. And time will take us there. Don't tell me I'm a misfit. I don't wanna play tracks. You broke my heart in two. I can't tell, but I'm not gonna waste it all on you. You call me on your phone, tell me what I know. Hiding all the things that you do. Whoa, I can't tell, but I'm not gonna waste it all.
Lovely. What a great song. Hello, everybody. How are you? I'm very well. Despite going out for a run this morning, I kind of promised myself I'd go out for a run because it's 4 degrees and lovely and sunny, which is perfect running weather for the heavier man. Yeah, I can guarantee it was, and it was lovely. Now, Mad Haven, what a track. I loved that track. And it gave me kind of like Boston vibes. Do you remember Boston? You don't know Boston? Oh, okay. It gave me Boston vibes. There's a couple of things I loved about that song. I loved the beginning. I love the way it started off slowly, and I like the fact that there are lots of dynamic changes in it, where we sort of like have a breakdown and all the sort of stuff that we know and love from tracks on the podcast. The thing that kind of got me a little bit was there was a breakdown sort of about 2/3 of the way through where it dropped in tempo, and it was like, oh, okay, we're going to do this now. Okay. And we did this for a little bit too long. I think it didn't need it, because then it came back in with the breakdown we were still in breakdown mode, and we had the little guitar line going ding, 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 ding. And I thought, okay, this is a bit better. This is what we want, because we're keeping that tempo up. We're keeping the energy. That's what I want. I want to keep the energy going. And it kind of didn't. It kind of did that, but it sort of like messed about a little bit. It's almost as if they recorded the track and went, oh, it's a little bit too short. We want it to be I don't know what it was, how long it was, but I mean, we want it to be a bit longer. Can we pad it out a little bit? I go, okay, well, we've got these other bits we can do. And they're lovely, but I just thought there were too many of them. I think a breakdown of that, having that guitar solo in the middle, keeping that and then build up, and even the bit at the end was great. The it slows down at the end, but there's a bit where it kind of lost it for me, because I'm like, oh yeah, we're all like we're grooving, we're in the zone, and then we sort of like dropped out of it for no particular reason. It just sort of like stops. I'm like, okay, we're having a break. It's almost anyway. I love the track. That's why it's on the show, and that's why it's at the front of the show, because I love it even more. There could be a reason why certain songs are at the front of the show, and there could be a reason why there's certain songs at the end. But that's entirely up for you to work out if there is or if there isn't. If I just chuck it all together, I don't know. Let's see what's the next. We've got Dan O'Farrell on the Difference Engine. Fantastic band this is. You're going to love this.
You look so sad when statues fall, as if the slavers deserve more. And you're not racist, but you don't see why all the fuss is in institutional injustice, when his straight pride don't all lives matter. And you defend the status quo, 'cause you prefer the hell you know. And you're not racist, but you don't see what all the fuss is in systemic deep injustice, when his man stayed on all lives matter. By any means necessary, just don't interrupt my spending spree. And you're not racist, but you are a product of the colonial clock running through your veins, and thickened by an education in Great Britain.
That was Dan Farrell and the Difference Engine, and that is a masterpiece of songwriting. So, and that's his forte. That's Dan's forte, I think. Also, having Rick Foot as bass player, I'm a big fan of Rick Foot. Massive fan of Rick Foot, and he was gigging this week, and I didn't get to see him. It was a little bit too far away from me, only because I was doing other things. But yeah, Rick Foot, I'm a massive fanboy for Rick Foot, the bass player. Did I mention that? Anyway, yeah, Dan Farrell and the Difference Engine. So that is like a fantastic song. I love it. The vocals, the lyrics. There's always good lyrics with Dan Farrell stuff. That's what he specialises in, and the construction progression of the song is just beautiful. There's no letting up. There's no sort of downbeat. There's no like, oh, what's going on now? It's as long as it needs to be. And that's what I love about it. Dan's from around these parts where I am, around Southampton, and the Difference Engine are his band. And hopefully I will see them very, very soon. They're generally playing in places that I can get to quite easily. Although last week I was in London, but I'll talk a bit about that later on. Next is the lovely Erin Hughes. This is fantastic, and this is called Replaceable.
So easily. I thought that I was special because you were my home, but I'm replaceable in yours. I'm replaceable.
Beautiful, lovely. What a great tune. What a great tune. And again, good middle eight. Good middle eight. It's sort of like it dropped out and gave us something different. Someone that said to me this week, what is a middle eight or a break? So some Americans call it a bridge. We call it a middle eight because it's in the middle and it's generally 8 bars. And let me just explain it to you if you're a little bit new to the whole thing. So this is a device that songwriters often use. Sometimes sometimes you need a break in a song. If a song's like a few minutes long, what am I talking about? Generally, if it's about 3 or 4 minutes long or longer, you need a bit of a break from the verse chorus malarkey. Okay. Sometimes you might use a verse double chorus, or a verse half a chorus, or a pre-chorus. These sort of different devices are used to keep the song interesting. Yeah, to keep it interesting. But the middle eight, we'll call it the middle eight because that's what it is. Generally comes after the second chorus. Generally, these are all general things, isn't it? There are various rules, I'm sure, but sometimes the best rules are broken to great effect. So generally, after the second chorus, you need something different. You need something new to happen. Otherwise, it's going to start getting a little bit boring. Now, a lot of bands in the early stages will often just go, "Oh, we'll just do an instrumental solo." I do it with my band. Sometimes we'll just go, yeah, we'll just keep it going because it's a bit of a groove. We'll keep that groove, and we might even change the key and just sort of like do an instrumental solo. So we'll just play what we've been playing with one of the instruments soloing. Or what we'll do, or what songwriters do for another middle eight, they'll take it somewhere else. They'll take the verse and the chorus and sort of sit it on one side for a minute on a pause and go, right, we're going to write something slightly different. It might be, it could be all number of things, but something will change. And lyrically, what tends to happen is that because we kind of allude to things in the lyrics, we sort of, instead of saying, keeping it I'm not a big fan of the obvious lyric, like writing lists of things. It works. Sometimes it can work really well, and sometimes writing obvious lyrics can work really well. When I say obvious, I mean you're narrating a story. This happened, and then that happened, and then this happened, and that happened, and it's a useful thing. But sometimes you kind of allude to something and try and keep it a little bit more lyrical, a little bit more artistic, so it's not so obvious. And generally, in the middle eight, if it's not that obvious, the middle eight will give the answer away. Okay, we'll say, look, if you haven't got what this song's about, this lyric line in the middle eight will let you know. Because if you don't do this, and we've tried this and we didn't do this, I'm talking about if we did a song about a relationship that's failing or whatever. Let's just say that relationship that's failing. And if you haven't got the idea that that's what the song's about, middle eight will come and go, but if you think this and that's what the song's about. And then we come back to the song again, and then we leave it. So we call it the middle eight or the breakdown. Sometimes we call it the breakdown. That's what I've been calling it a lot of the times. So we break it down. So the song just in the middle eight, the song will break down. So we'll break it down, and we'll lose maybe the keyboard part, or we'll lose the drums or whatever. We'll lose various instrumentation for that song. Anyway, what she did there was very good. So when you listen to songs now, you can see, is there a middle eight? Is there a bridge if you're American? Is there a bridge? Or if you're English, is there a middle eight? And then sort of think, okay, what are they going to do? What's going to happen in this song? So we've got verse, chorus, yada, 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 yada. Is there a pre-chorus? Is there something? Because that can be quite useful as well. It gives you a little bit of a lead up to the chorus, but it's not the chorus. It's a repeating theme. Choruses are generally repeated themes with the same lyrics, and pre-choruses also the same. So your verses are, the lyrics change. Verse 1 says this, verse 2 says this, yada yada, and then we have a pre-chorus that will be similar to a chorus because you're repeating the lyric and the melody, and you've got the chorus which is repeating a lyric and generally the melody. These are general rules because sometimes you can break them, just like you can break rules of rhyming. Sometimes you can rhyme things and sometimes you don't rhyme things. It's quite as a songwriter, it's quite nice to play around with all of these different devices. So anyway, that's that. So next is Eugene McGuinness and a song called London. It's kind of a love song for London, really, and it's very poignant because I spent a bit of time in London last weekend. I think it was last weekend. This month's been really, really busy of lovely musical things, and I went and saw Radiohead last Friday, and I went and saw Emma Harner as well. Two very, very different gigs in two different parts of London, or quite similar parts of London, but two very, very different gigs, two very, very different venues. And I kind of fell back in love with London again. And it's quite poignant that this song came along. Have a listen to this. This is Eugene McGuinness and London.
1, 2, 3, 4. You and I go back a long time. We braved the rain and bathed in sunshine, but you walk all over me sometimes. drag our shadows. London, I love you, but you've stung me, and you only want me for my money, the money that you just won't let me have. And we're falling in and out of love so fast. Now I only watch those movies for the fight scenes. Been led to quite the nightmare from these pipe dreams. I see a ferry on a river of electric light. We're shifting mirrors tonight. London, I love you, but you've hurt me, and you make me feel so dirty. I own up. There was a time I was into that, and we're falling in and out of love so fast. I can't take it anymore. No, no.
Lovely, lovely. That was Eugene McGuinness and London. But yeah, I kind of did fall. I didn't really fall out of London, or maybe I did. I was born in London. I was born in Paddington, and I used to live in Hampton, which is sort of right on the very borders of just about London. In fact, I used to live about half a kilometre from a road that was the border of, like, we're no longer in London, we're in Surrey now. But yeah, like I said, I went into London, went to the O2 last week and saw Radiohead, which was fantastic. But the O2's horrible. It's a horrible place to go and see a band, and I will never see another band there again because it's just horrible. It's just, I felt like one of those animals in an industrial farming unit. Do you know what I mean? You're just like in you go, herded into your seat. That's it. Then herded out again. It's like, oh God, this is awful. And then I went and saw Emma Harner at the Amira, and it was lovely, little 200 capacity venue in London, and it was packed full of people, and there was an atmosphere in there which was fantastic. There didn't seem to me to be an atmosphere in the O2. I think what happens in these big venues, people kind of, I don't know, people were kind of dancing around in front of me, and it didn't seem quite right. I don't know. It just felt a bit awkward for me. Or obviously it was just me, because otherwise I'd have been dancing around, wouldn't I? But yeah, we went out walking along by the river and along by near Tower Bridge on the Saturday night, and there was it was lovely. I went to a lovely pub and went and had some nice street food and stuff. And that was beautiful. So we've got one more episode left. I think we've got. Let me just check the diary here. Little click. Here we go. Where are we now? So we've got this week, and then we've got. Oh, I'm going to see Louisa Umelon later on today. The doors open at 4:30 this afternoon, and I think she's on from 5 o'clock, which is a weird time. It kind of cuts across my Sunday. I want to go and do things in the evening, not in the late afternoon. But anyway, I'm going to go and see her, so that's great. So we've got there. So we've got next week's show, which is a normal show, and we've got the week after show, which is a normal show. So there's 2 more normal shows to come. I think Chris is going to come in for one of them. I saw Chris this week. He's busy. He's a busy man, but he's busy, and he's busy but not here. and he did have an opportunity, but I was busy as well. So he should be here for one of those, I'd have thought. And then we're going to get into the subscribers special. First of all, it's going to be Chris and my favourites first, which will be coming out in a couple of weeks. So we've got to get together and work out what our favourites are going to be. I don't know how many we're going to have each. I don't know whatever. But we've also got the week after that will be the subscribers special. So we've got tracks supplied. Yeah, not supplied. We've got artists that have been submitted to that show, and it'll be only open to subscribers to vote for them. So there's going to be a special post that's going to go out on the 15th. That's going to go to subscribers only. Only subscribers will be able to see it, and only subscribers will be able to vote for it. And there are a few tracks on there already. There's a good few tracks on there already, including one by Erin Hughes, who you heard earlier on. So if you want to vote for her track to be, part of that show, subscribe, like and subscribe. So it's been lovely talking to you. I've got this weird thing. Do you get this? You get like using computer using. Oh, I don't know. This hasn't got a term to it. But I've been using my mouse, and my left hand is warm, and my right hand is freezing cold. So I need to go and equal the balance up. And yes, thank you again for listening. Thank you everybody for submitting your tunes. It's always lovely to hear from you. Thanks for all the communication you've had with me on the website, on the Facebook page. And I love you very much. I will speak to you very soon. Goodbye.